Yeah, this one's fun. That one was fun. So that happens once in a while when my my extension cord at the bottom of my desk has like a button on it that cuts all power to every single adapter in it. And I just kicked that one with my foot. So that's what happened there. That's what happened there. Welcome back. If you're back. Whatever, man. Okay. Most of my shit was saved. There you go. And how's the Blender window looking? A little small. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Docs, view. Yeah, so my chat preview seems to be broken now. That's awesome. Oh wait, there we go. No. We're cooked. We're cooked, I'm afraid. Let's try that. Let's try that one more time. Let's try it one more time. Might be so back. Might be so back. I think we might be so back. Yeah, for sure. Okay. What was I saying? The first thing I want to do is get a preview going. Let's set all these rotations to 0. We want like a Y forward situation. Okay. Actually, let's just put in a cube just for reference as I move the camera here. And move you in the SED. Cool. Now let's get that preview. Also, let me just save this as we're doing this in 3D because from a material perspective, it's just a lot easier to do all this crazy reflective shit that I want to do. It's a lot easier to do it in 3D. Background images, that's what we want. Add an image, we want to get this image. And then right, we want the camera to export square. So let's say 3840 by 3840. Boom. Now, let's do this tube thing. Like the room. Let's do the base for the room, which I've decided is supposed to be a cylinder. Great. Wait, why are you? Oh my God. First one on this side, first one on that side. We want these to be straight. There you go. And let's grab that background image. Let's put it in front like that. That looks good to me. And we only need the inside of these. Okay, maybe let's do one more actually. There you go. There you go. Shade auto smooth, and we want a little bevel on this edge. Something's up. Why isn't it beveling two-sidedly? Blender bevel only happening on one side. flipped normals. Okay, maybe it's flipped normals. Oh, there we go. There we go. Nice. Then we just array this one instead of duplicating it. All right, so she's on like this rondelle. She walks into the walk-in closet. She spins around, sees herself from a million different angles while spinning. And then she walks back out. She's checked her fit, right? That's the idea. Now we do another cylinder, and this one, we just want the plate here. We just want the disc. Move the camera, move the cylinder up. There you go. That's our base on which we build a crazy walk-in closet. I kind of feel like it needs to be a bit bigger. Let's lock the camera. All right, and here's the a little hack we're gonna do because I was struggling a little bit with the mirror image before. We're just gonna help ourselves out with some 3D. That one. There you go. Give me a second. I just want to do like the roughest indication of her pose so that I get a better grasp of what that pose will look like in the mirrors. This leg, cursor to selected. There you go. And we're fine with breaking the geometry. And this is like a, this is admittedly, this is like a super inefficient workflow. If I were like a proper 3D guy, I would have like I would have a rigged block out character ready to put into my scene here, but I don't. So we're doing this really scuffed block out really quickly instead. Two more things I want to do is that and the other arm. And then once I have this pose very, very roughly blocked out, we can move on to the fun bit of the 3D, which is doing all the spiny bits that I want. Let's change that pivot to be just median point. I don't care much about artifacting that I'll get here. Okay. Very rough block out of the pose. Why? Because now we can put in the mirrors. Oh no. That's not what you want. There you go. And this one was supposed to be the timeline? Timeline down here? Okay. What was it we wanted to do? Right, I wanted 2 viewports. And I wanted one of them to not be on the camera. I don't want straight up and down mirrors, do I? Is that better? Do I actually want straight up and down mirrors? Well, we can try it. Let's just try a version where she has regular mirrors, or like the mirrors are placed regularly around this dome. It's certainly like a more functional space. Hello, man. Onairam, how you doing? How you doing? I want to rotate you around set. I want to rotate you around set 90 degrees, and then I want to apply all transforms like that. That's exactly what I want to do. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Just turn off the object offset for now. All right, so this is like a more functional version of the space. What's your rotation? Flip the scale instead. There you go. You see, because now we grab all these, we go on like shading, and we make you complete mirrors. Your mirrors. Awesome. Oh, don't do that, whatever I just did. What did we just do? I have keyframes on you? There you go. How do I rate my Blender skills? Dude, I don't know. I think they're okay. I think my Blender skills are okay, but pff, heck if I know. Of course, if we want to do this, we need to add a light source. Let's just get rid of the background image. You're supposed to be mirrors. You are mirrors. There you go. Your mirrors. Awesome. Hall of Mirrors. Do I use other 3D software? I was taught Maya originally. Right, so that's one version of the space. That's decently cool. I think I might want it to be more chaotic, though. I'm not sure. There's also the problem of, with this setup, like from a compositional point of view, oh man, I should get one of those apps where I could draw over my screen. From a compositional point of view, everything's kind of like, the reflections are kind of bunched in the middle. And I really much preferred what we had here, where I get the reflections spaced out throughout the image, right? So I don't think this is the way I prefer to do it. I think I want the more chaotic feeling. For what purpose do I use it? Sometimes I use it to assist illustration, and I use it for environment design as well. Yeah, so let's go. This is one version. Let's like put you in a collection, make it regular mirrors. But then let's actually return to the original plan. Kill the array modifier on you and just do chaotic mirrors. And where's that one at? It's up here. There should be a denoiser here. We can do that just for you guys. But, right. Camera overlay back on. Oh, I locked you. I think maybe I want to unlock you. Oh, whoops. Yeah, that looks better. That's more the height we want that camera to be in. There you go. Like, that's what I want. That's what I want. That was location. I wanted to reset rotation. Thank you very much. There you go. Of course, this is a problem because I'm reflecting a part of the scene that I haven't built. So actually, we should go ahead and build that right now. Yep. Let's see here. Cool. Awesome. Awesome. Possum. Can I scale you from center? How would I do that? I'd go cursor to selected, and then I'd scale from the cursor. Oh yeah, I really did mess that up, huh? That's fine. That's fine. I just want to cap these, but maybe it's not. Maybe we can paint that, or maybe we just do it real quick. I don't even care if it lines up or not. But do want to see the gaps between them. Like that. And I do want to, oh, I wanted to cap that. No, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. We're all good. We're all good. And just like mirror you. Maybe apply all your transforms and then mirror you. There you go. Bevel you. Yep, cool. That's all I need for that. Now we're back to mirrors. Just place them chaotically. Just follow the plan. The plan was okay. Go to camera, turn off the background image just so I can see what you're reflecting. The point is that she would be looking at different parts of her outfit as she's rotating around, right? So this might show her shoes. There you go. I'd like to at least finish the blendering today. That'd be nice. I think that's very doable. How would we do that? I need to put in an HDRI. Go to the world properties. Click the yellow dot next to do and put an environment texture. Awesome. Then open your downloaded HDRI file. It's a good question where I have this one. Yeah, where did I put my HDRIs? I might not have them locally. They might be off-world on a cloud server. Oh, no worries, no worries. 40 minutes left anyway. I've really thrown out my HDRIs. I might have. I did throw out a bunch of 3D junk when I started being more of a 2D guy. Hmm. Here's one. Let's go with that one. I think that's why I was so keen to just delete them, is I was like, I'm not gonna be using 3D that much. When I do, I should be able to just find the thing I need. And if I really need to, I'll buy it again, you know? Um, let's just, yeah, looks good. One more second, one more second. Right, the next thing we need to do is the thing that actually might take the longest time. Um, well, actually, first, let's just make sure that these mirrors have the dimensions that I want them to have. Local transforms. Normal transforms? There you go. Cool. Yes. Yes. Grab all this. Actually save. Grab all this. Do I do any 3D modeling or do I use Blender just for reference? I do whatever I feel like. I don't use Blender just for reference. Yes, I do 3D modeling. That's the answer to the question. I use 3D only when I think I can save a lot of time or when I think the 3D aesthetic will add something to the piece. This one is a case of the second one. Yep. And now we're actually gonna do a little bit of 3D, quote unquote 3D modeling. UV sphere? It's UV sphere. I'm really bad at sculpting in Blender. I I kind of have no idea how you do it. I want to sculpt symmetrically right now. How do you do that? It is something you do on a brush basis. I want you to be symmetrical across the y-axis. Awesome. Now, I want something vertebra looking. Something vertebra looking, spinal. And then I want the equivalent of a ZBrush remesh. Voxel remesh. Let's look at that, huh? Oh, it's right up here. Sorry about that. Remesh, awesome, awesome. Yes, yes, yes. That's all we want. Great. Let me find that vertebra reference again. They don't have to be proper spines. I actually think it might help the concept a bit if they're not proper spines, but I want it to look spinal, right? Flatten. Increase the strength of that. I do not sculpt much in Blender, so It's really just because that does not do what I wanted it to do. What? What? Yeah, sure, sure. Yeah, yeah, this is the brush we want. This is the brush we want. Yeah, sure, man. I mean, whatever gets the job done for you, right? I'm sculpting now because I thought that would be the most efficient way to get the mesh that I want out of here, right? I don't know about those taps at the bottom. Maybe this is fine. Cool. Now let's just remesh that probably one more time. And what kind of geometry does that give me? Looks like quads, man. Looks like quads. Probably. I don't want that many of them. So let's like what's that called? Decimate? How does that look? Gross. It looks gross. But I'm gonna need to have a lot of these, so I want them to have quite few faces. Cool. Now, what if we were to give you that mirror material? Yes, that's exactly what I want you to look like. Awesome. And if we were to say, array you a bunch of times, how are you gonna look? Awesome. That's kind of exactly what I want. Great, great, great. It doesn't need to be better than that. Now we need curves. We need curves. I mean, my 3D workflow is a lot about just going like, I want this. I want to do this operation. Google a way to do this operation in Blender, then do that. So probably that thing about my 3D skills being okay was a bit of an overstatement. Blender draw curves. Seems like the best way to learn. Oh, sure, probably, maybe, who knows. Now, let's grab this guy. And, wireframe you. Nope, just to like the front of it. Right now, I want a surface to draw my curves on. That's what we want. So I want a surface that's slightly smaller than the rest of what I got going on. Oh, sure, but sometimes it's like it makes sense to learn more of a deep dive, more elaborately about a software before you then go. So you know what's the most efficient way to do a thing instead of going, I want to do this thing. What's a way to do it? And then you learn that. Okay. Anyway, you go here. And what about just give me the inside of that. Cool. And then backface culling. I forget I forget how you do backface culling. There you go. Awesome. Awesome. And you have flipped normals. Face. No, it's like mesh. Normals. Flip. Awesome. That's great. And now there's like a pen tool for drawing curves. And we're just going to find that. We're in layout. How did you get that menu? You're in edit mode. I see. Okay, so here it is. You add a curve, a Bezier curve. Cool. Then you go in edit mode on that curve. And then you go draw. And now, actually, I want to see the mirrors. And I want to draw the curve on a surface. I also think I use Blender so little that I always forget I always forget the stuff that I learn. You make a curve, you delete the curve, so now you're in curve mode. You you go to draw, we're in draw, and then you go surface up here. Awesome. So now awesome. Awesome. Amazing. So cool. Oh, maybe that last one didn't make sense. And then, so that's one. And then I wanted to do some smaller ones too. Cool. Now we've got a bunch of curves. This is good. We're getting there. We're getting there. Let me think, what's the next thing I wanted to do? Oh, right. I actually need one more mirror. And now we get rid of that camera, that image here. There you are. There you are. There you go. There you go. Now, we grab this guy. We hide this cylinder. Grab the walls instead. Just shrink the curves a little bit. Awesome. And then let's, for example, grab this curve. And then it's like Blender, array mesh along curve. Ryan King art, he's pretty good for those Blender tutorials. Okay, wait. Okay, here it is. Here we are. We're gonna go and array you. Like a million times. And then there's a modifier called curve. And that didn't work. Oh wait, first we gotta apply the transforms. Nope. Let's see, what does he tell me? Oh, you guys don't even get my audio. So I can do this and I can actually listen to them. Oh, it's the wrong deform axis. This is pretty close. This is pretty close. What's wrong though? Something's wrong. Wait. Okay, something's up. Something's up. Let's just like delete the last point of this curve. And then this is where we want. Guys, I think we're close. I think we're close. Okay, so why is this not working? It's definitely just the offset. So the last thing I want to do here, I think, is grab a face on the bottom of this thing and make that oh, come on. Set the origin to that. Nope. Nope, we fucked it. We fucked it up somehow. We were so close a second ago. Here we go. This is close. Oh, it's because I removed the array when I meant to remove the curve. I think we still have a shot. I gotta say, I think we still have a shot. Set the origin to the 3D cursor. Nope. I have to admit, I don't... We fucking got it. We fucking got it. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Now, this is obviously way overwhelming. We need at least 2 materials. And I think the cure might be to do like a rougher version for the walls. So they're still metallic, but they're not like as reflective as the spines. You know, we could actually, it could also be cool to do like a small... Oh, how do you do a rotational offset? The only way I know how to do that is with an empty. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. That's also a way to scale them up or down. Which is pretty cool, you know? I think that's pretty cool. We're getting somewhere, guys. We're getting somewhere. Maybe this system is enough. Maybe it's just like we do this with the rest of them and then we win. Yeah. So grab this guy, well, this guy. Where's my light, actually? Where is my light? Here. Oh, it's inside the mesh, right? It should be up and to the right. Oh, Darmadam, I didn't even notice you. Hey, how you doing? Okay, damn. I think this is all we're gonna get to do today. I really wanted to get the 3D out of the way. But at least I know the entire system now. I know everything we need to do. Let's... Thanks for the follow. Sig's on the run. Catching the very last bit of the stream here. Oh, we dropped some frames today, huh? Frames missing due to rendering lag. That one's interesting. Oh, you've been seeing a bit of it. Okay, cool. The grease pencil, you move it out. This is what you do with the grease pencil. You move it out the way. Grab the grease pencil, you move it out the way, and then you just slap a modifier on it. Is what I remembered. Isn't that what you do? I think that's what you do. There's a modifier that just does it all for you. Line art, that's the modifier you want. And you want to do that on a scene basis. You want to do colors, and then you want to put black on it. And then everything gets lined, which is going to just help the integration with the 2D piece of art that we want to slap on top of this 3D. This guy, this thing. Right, that's gonna just gel a little bit better with the 3D. If the 3D has some line art, that's the idea. Great, awesome proof of concept. That's roughly what the background is going to be like. Tomorrow, I think we can wrap it up. Well, that is the end of the stream. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for joining. Hope you have a great and awesome day. See you in the next one. Until then, have a good one. Goodbye.